All right, let's go ahead and get started on our IXL. So we're asked to simplify, and our numbers are negative 5i plus 2i. So we've got negative 5 plus I plus 2i, which is going to combine like terms. Well, negative 5 plus positive 2 would be negative 3, so our answer would be negative 3i. Number 2, we've got negative 3i plus 4i. Combine like terms, this would just be positive I. Number 3, we've got negative 3i minus 9i. Well, negative 3 minus 9, the signs are the same, so we simply add them and keep the sign. So that would be negative 12i. Number 4, we've got 6i plus 9i plus 5i. Just add them all together. 6 plus 9 is 15, plus another 5 is 20, so this would be 20i. Number 5, this would be 10i plus I plus I. Well, we know that there is an imaginary 1 in front of each of these i's, so it's really 10i plus 1i plus 1i, which would be 12i. I'm going to go ahead and focus this. It seems a little out of focus to me. I think that's much better, and let's just scoot it over here. All right, number 6. We've got 4i plus 13i plus 5i. So 4 plus 5, I know I kind of jumped over that, but 4 plus 5 is 9, 9 plus 13 is 22. Now you could have done 4 plus 13 is 17, 17 plus 5 is 22. So this would be 22i. Number 7, we've got negative 2 minus 2i plus negative 6 minus 6i. So we're going to combine our like terms. Negative 2 and negative 6 gives us negative 8. Negative 2i minus 6i gives us negative 8i. Oops, type 9 instead of 8. Our next one is going to be 3 minus 5i plus 5 plus 7i. So we've got 3 plus 5, which is 8. And then negative 5i plus 7i, they're opposite signs, so we subtract 7 and 5 and we get 2. And our largest number is a positive, so this would end up positive 2. So this would be 8 plus 2i. And we're just going to keep moving right along. So let's go on up here, and we're going to write down number 9. We've got 10 minus 3i plus negative 8 minus 9i. Well, 10 minus 8 is positive 2. And then negative 3i plus negative 9i is negative 12i. Let's go on to number 10. That's negative 4i plus 9 plus 9i. So negative 4i and 9i. Let's go ahead and combine those. We know that's positive 5i. And our real number doesn't have anything to go with it, so we're just going to put it in front there. So our answer would be 9 plus 5i. Let's continue. We've got negative 9i minus 8 plus negative 7 plus I. So if we go ahead and take care of the real numbers first, even though they're written kind of backwards here, that's fine. So negative 8 plus negative 7 is negative 15. Negative 9i plus I would be negative 8i. Let's go on. We're getting longer, as you can see. So we'll go ahead and tackle this one. Alright, so we've got minus negative 4 plus 59. We know this is an imaginary negative 1 that we need to distribute to the parentheses to get rid of the parentheses. So negative 1 times negative 4 is positive 4. Negative 1 times positive 15i is negative 15i. Then we can continue. When we distribute a positive, nothing changes. So we can just write plus 5 minus 15i. And then we've got negative 1 multiplied by negative 7i. That gives us positive 7i. Negative 1 times negative 14 is positive 14. Let's go ahead and combine all of our real terms. So we've got 4 plus 5, which is 9, plus 14 is 23. I had to think about that for a moment. Then negative 15i minus 15i is negative 30i. Plus 7. So 30 minus 7 is 23, and it's going to be negative because our largest number is negative. So 23 minus 23i. Let's do our next one. All right, we've got 16i minus 10i plus 8, so it's almost like a binomial there, plus negative 12 minus 9i, another binomial. So we'll distribute as necessary. So we've got 16i, that stays the same. Well, negative 1 times 10i is negative 10i. Negative 1 times positive 8 is negative 8. And if we distribute a positive 1, this doesn't change anything, so we can just drop the parentheses. And let's go ahead and combine like terms, real terms. So negative 8 minus 12 is negative 20. And then we've got 16i minus 10i, which is positive 6i. Positive 6 minus 9 is negative 3i. So we've got negative 20 minus 3i. All right. Let's continue. So we've got negative 1 multiplied by 1 minus 15i, negative 1 multiplied by negative 11i plus 15, and then negative 1 multiplied by 9i minus 10. We'll go through and distribute all of the negatives and then combine like terms. So we've got negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 15i is positive 15i. Negative 1 times negative 11i is positive 11i. Negative 1 times positive 15 is negative 15. Negative 1 times positive 9i is negative 9i. Negative 1 times negative 10 is positive 10. Let's go through and look at all of our real numbers. So we've got negative 1 minus 15 is negative 16. But then we're going to add 10 to it. So we subtract 16 and 10, and we get 6. But we know it's going to be negative because 16 was the larger number, and it was negative. So that gives us negative 6. Then let's combine our imaginary numbers. We've got 15 plus 11. That's 26. 26 minus 9. So 26 minus 9, I believe, is 17. So this would be, these are positive. Okay, so plus 17i. So this would be negative 6 plus 17. Make sure I put the I there because I hate to come all this way and then get it wrong. All right, why don't you go ahead and take it to 100?